What's up guys, Jim Yosef here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a transfer video, confirmed deals as well as them transfer rumours. I'm not gonna lie, since the last video a lot has gone down, a lot of transfers have happened as well as a lot of managerial changes. But of course we'll get into more detail about that in just a moment. So number one thing for today, I've got a like target for this video, and the reason for that, if we can smash 1,000 likes, I'll start daily transfer videos on Saturday. And the second thing I need to ask you guys, in the comments below, leave either one of these. Would you like the video at 8 AM UK time like I did back last summer, or 9 to 10 PM at night? Just like this video right now is probably going live around 10 PM UK time, so it's either an early morning video or late night. Of course there are different time zones, but you could just put in the comments below morning or night. I have a feeling a lot of people go for 8 AM, and if it is the case, what I'll try and do, every 2 days I'll try a morning upload, and then 9 PM there'll be something different that's not transfers. And finally, make sure to hit that subscribe button below if you're new to my channel, and there's actually like a little icon next to it. If you tick that, or you press it, it'll give you a notification every single time I upload. But finally, let's get into the transfers themselves. We'll start off with the confirmed deals. The very first one is an Argentinian centre-back called Managerial going to AC Milan. Now, he's from Villarreal, currently playing in Spain. No fee has been mentioned as of yet, but I imagine they'll be out there in probably next couple of days maybe. But Milan have confirmed he's having his medical. That was about 3 days ago. So this probably will be wrapped up by the end of this weekend maybe, but the fee, again, not too sure at this point in time. Then we go on to Juan Cuadrado of now Juventus officially. Before that, he was on loan from Chelsea, but he's joined them for 20 million euros until 2020. He has already been there a couple of years, but I think it's like a 4-year loan deal a couple of years back. But Juve had to pay a fee each year. But I'm assuming now 20 million euros is not too much, and Cuadrado does get a lot of game time for Juventus. Then we go on to Koke. This isn't a transfer, but he's still at Atletico Madrid now with a 7-year contract until 2024. It's the reason I put it in there. It's a massive contract, 7 years, up there the longest player contract I've seen. I know Alan Pardew was manager a couple of years back for Newcastle. He got like an 8-year deal, and I think he was actually sacked a couple of years after that, so it didn't work out whatsoever. But for Koke, fantastic player, and probably at this rate will retire at Atletico. Then we move on to Christian Atsu. He was on loan to Newcastle last season in the Championship from Chelsea, got promotion, and now it's all official. He's joined them on a permanent basis, apparently for around £6.2 million on a 4-year contract. Then we move on to Yuri Tielemans. Now has got a team of season card on FIFA Ultimate Team, and he's joined AS Monaco in France from Anderlecht for 23 million euros. Apparently could go up to 25 million euros until 2022. He was linked to a lot of Premier League clubs such as Manchester City, for example, but apparently he's gone to Monaco, and to be fair, they're youth set up right now. The team obviously just come off the back of winning the league on. The likes of Mbappe, will he stay, will he go? If he does stay, Tielemans, it's a really nice link there for FIFA 18. And Monaco may be the go-to team for next year's career mode on FIFA 18. So much potential, so much money, kind of got the best of both worlds there. Next up is going to be Victor Valdes, and last season he was at Middlesbrough in the Premier League, but of course they got relegated, and now his contract has been terminated. They officially agreed it, so he's now a free agent. And now we've got a list of managerial changes since the other day. So first up, we've got David Moyes. He's officially resigned as a Sunderland manager, followed by Sam Allardyce. He's resigned as a Crystal Palace manager. Sky Sports said he has no intention of managing again, and his quote himself did say, "I have no ambitions to take another job." So maybe it could be he's not looking for a job straight away. And the final managerial change is going to be one from this morning. That is Gary Monk resigning as the Leeds United manager. And now we've got a player transfer, and that is going to be someone that's not on FIFA Ultimate Team and may not be on FIFA for a couple more years, because I think he's like 16 years old or something, currently playing for Flamengo in Brazil, but he's officially joined Real Madrid, and his name is Vinicius Jr. I may have said that wrong. But yeah, he's joined Real Madrid officially for £38 million. I think it works out to 45 million euros. I read some articles, played like 2 professional games his whole career. So, of course, very, very young. They may be hoping he's like the next Neymar or something. But if Madrid are paying that much money straight away, I'm pretty sure he's definitely got something special about him. And they're planning for the future after Ronaldo, of course. But being 16, he may even be younger than that. That's insane. And I believe he'll be staying at Flamengo until 2018 or 2019. Then he'll be going to Real Madrid. So a couple of years to stay in Brazil to develop, and hopefully for Real Madrid's sake, he turns into something special. And now we've got a list of Man City players that have been released over the last couple of days. First up is going to be Gael Clichy. Obviously his contract was expiring, as is the same for every single one of his players being mentioned. So Clichy apparently could be going to Paris Saint-Germain maybe, followed by Willy Caballero, the goalkeeper. The Argentine will leave the club this summer. Then we've got Bakary Sagna also leaving at the end of his contract. And finally, we have got Jesus Navas also leaving. He wasn't fantastic the last couple of years, so there really isn't too much of a surprise. And Pep now, he's going to rebuild this City team a lot this summer in my opinion, and they could be very, very busy. And now we've got the potential deals, and first up, we've got Pablo Zabaleta. Now this one, I think it's been official for the last like 2 or 3 weeks he's been leaving Man City, so overall not too much of a surprise there, but it's a free transfer, and West Ham apparently close to sealing a deal to sign him on a free transfer. And as according to Sky Sports News, he's a very experienced defender, and for a free transfer, you can't really complain. Then we go on to David Ospina, linked to Fenerbahce today, according to Daily Mirror. It says Arsenal goalkeeper Ospina is in talks with Fenerbahce about a £5 million move to Turkey. It says nothing else on top of that, but I imagine it could well happen. Then we move on to Jermaine Defoe. A couple of days back, Sky did tweet, so he's in talks with Bournemouth. Sky sources understand Defoe has open talks with Bournemouth and were moved to the South Coast club in a free transfer from Sunderland after their relegation, and a lot of talks saying it's about £130,000+ a week he'll get because he's a free transfer. And one thing about Jermaine Defoe is he's a guaranteed goal scorer, scored a lot of goals for Sunderland this season despite him being relegated, so at Bournemouth he could be a crucial part in potentially them staying up next season by chipping in say 10+ goals, and on a free transfer, and again I know it's a big contract, it's good business in my opinion. And it's also a very good move for Jermaine Defoe himself, get a lot of money just before he retires. Then we move on to Andre Gray, linked to Newcastle United from Burnley. Newcastle are poised to firm up their interest in Burnley's 25-year-old striker Andre Gray, according to the Chronicle. No fee has been mentioned, but I'm not sure if it'll happen or not because I'm pretty sure it's still quite important for Burnley's plans, at least for this season. Then we move on to Alexis Sanchez, linked to Bayern Munich, but Bild is saying Bayern are ready to pull out the race to sign him as the Arsenal attacker's wages are too high for them. But one thing I want to ask you guys, do you think Alexis Sanchez will stay at Arsenal despite him not being in the Champions League and only being in the Europa League? He's a world-class attacker, and I imagine a lot of teams in world football right now will definitely be after the likes of Chelsea, Man City, maybe even teams like Barcelona that could be back in for him, who knows, but I don't think he'll stay at Arsenal personally, but if they do keep him, fair play. And keeping it on the topic of Alexis Sanchez, we've got him yet again. According to Daily Mirror today, Man City's players believe Alexis Sanchez and also next player, that is going to be Kyle Walker, will be joining them next season for a combined £100 million. And this does tie in with something on social media today, so if you follow him on Instagram or you haven't checked it out, basically I'll put on your screen right now, it's a 9-tile picture, like 9 different pictures separately, and it reads thank you. Now some Spurs fans are very worried, think it's saying thank you for Spurs, but it's like a goodbye. But the caption does say that it's just a thank you to Spurs for last season basically. Maybe people looking too far into it and think it's definitely a goodbye, but it's something very strange to see at the end of the season, especially like something so big, like 9 pictures is quite a lot. It could just mean one picture like himself or the Spurs team or whatever. It could mean something deeper, who knows, but if he does go to City, is again part of their rebuilding process. Losing Zabaleta, Clichy, Navas, who else is going? Willy Caballero, Sanya. So many players are leaving, so they're going to have to replace them, and to become title contenders, they have to spend a lot of money. And Walker is also linked to a move to Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. Then we move on to Ross Barkley today, and there's been a lot of speculation about him, and it looks like he will be leaving Everton. So Ronald Koeman and Ross Barkley's relationship, apparently it reached a new low on Sunday, like say 5 days ago or whatever, and then Jim White tweeted, I think on Monday, and the Ross Barkley talks continue, and the outcome expected on Tuesday. But the time we're recording this video is currently Thursday, and Daily Mail today did say Everton have placed a £50 million asking price on Ross Barkley. Now it does say after begrudgingly, I'm not sure what it does mean, but it probably means reluctantly possibly, accepting they'll not be able to keep hold of the England international. And it does say he'll be leaving now because he failed to get back to Ronald Koeman on a deadline to make a decision about his future. And it looks like his replacement will be this man right here from Swansea City, Gylfi Sigurdsson. According to Daily Star at least, Everton have reached an agreement with Swansea over a £25 million move for Gylfi Sigurdsson. And to be fair, 25 mil in this current market right now, it doesn't seem all that bad, especially considering they can get double that maybe for Ross Barkley. So very good business if they do it. And everyone saw how good he was last season, like I mentioned before. So 25 mil, a solid piece of business. Then we move on to Chris Smalling, the man that everyone hates right now on FIFA Ultimate Team, so damn good. But according to ESPN, Manchester United will entertain summer transfer bids for centre-back Chris Smalling. So maybe next year he won't be as overpowered, but potentially at a different club to Manchester United. Then we move on to Marvin Plattenhardt, a German left-back linked to Bayern Munich today, according to Welt. I'm not sure if I've ever heard that source right there, but it does say Bayern are looking to add to their German contingent by registering their interest in Marvin Plattenhardt as a left back. Now no fear to mention, it's a very short piece of information there. Then we got on to Morata of Real Madrid today, linked to AC Milan according to Marca. AC Milan have emerged as the front runners to sign Alvaro Morata this summer from Real Madrid. Previously, likes of Arsenal, Man City and also Chelsea have been linked to his services. And now we go on to Max Cruz, currently playing the Bundesliga for Werder Bremen, I think it is. But according to Bild today, Tianjin Quanjian in China are prepared to make an offer for Werder Bremen striker Max Cruz. No fees been mentioned, but Bild is saying Wolfsburg striker Max Cruz. Who's he play for? Is it Wolfsburg or Werder Bremen? Not too sure, but either way, he's been closely monitored by Borussia Dortmund. And keeping to the theme of the CSL and Tianjin Quanjian in particular, their president has come out and said they've reached a verbal agreement for both player and club to sign a world-class forward. He hasn't revealed who the player is right now, but recent rumours have linked them to Diego Costa, Aubameyang, Modeste, and Edin Dzeko, and now Max Cruz. And I think we can expect a lot more bids from China this summer for top-class players. Then we move on to Alex Skrindo, and just like Kyle Walker being linked to Man City, says he today, according to Gazzetta dello Sport, Juve have rejected a €50 million bid from City for fullback Alex Skrindo. And imagine, on FIFA 18, Sandro left back, David Luiz centre back, someone like Chris Smalling maybe, then Kyle Walker. That is such a good defence. Alex Skrindo, to be honest, this year is definitely one of the best left backs in the game, and real life, one of the best in the world as well. But I'm pretty sure it would take a lot more than €50 million to get into the Premier League from Juventus. Then we move on to Laurent Koscielny, linked to Marseille today, according to Canal Plus, cited by GFFN, which I think is Get France Football News or something. It does say Arsenal defender Koscielny is in talks with Marseille over a potential summer switch to Ligue 1. And it's not the first time he's been linked to a move to Marseille, after they recently signed Dimitri Payet back in January, or re-signed him, and they're also linked to Arsenal teammate Olivier Giroud. And now according to France Football, Manchester United appear to have made an offer to AS Monaco they cannot refuse for Bernardo Silva. The magazine claims the Portuguese international seems set to move to Jose Mourinho's side, as Canal Plus continue to report advanced contact between the relevant parties. But it does say at the very end, take these reports with a pinch of salt, as Bernardo Silva has been linked a lot to United and nobody has yet to prove much detail about the transfer. And another Monaco player linked to a move this time to Manchester City is going to be Fabinho, the Brazilian, who could play CDM this season and centre mid, but last year was playing as a fullback at right back, so for Man City, that's somewhat perfect. And various different sources are saying Monaco's Fabinho will sign for Man City on a 5-year contract earning £125,000 a week, and it will cost City €35 million. But now the biggest one for today, and that is going to be probably guessed by a title, and the one that everyone's right now talking about, that is going to be Antoine Griezmann linked to Manchester United. So there is a lot to talk about regarding this transfer, but it basically was started a few days ago, but I think it's in a French interview on TV, and it basically said there's a 6 out of 10 chance he'll join Manchester United. He says it's definitely possible, and maybe is reliant on Manchester United getting Champions League football for next season. Of course, they've done that now by winning the Europa League last night. And there is one more thing aside from it. So Manchester United are probably definitely favourites to get him, but Atletico Madrid right now, we're recording this video, still have a transfer ban. So I doubt I'd sell Griezmann without being able to buy anyone to replace him. So if there is still a ban, it's kind of good news for Atletico Madrid. If not, I think Griezmann will join Manchester United, but there's still more to talk about. So after the French interview, he did say now at a press conference to launch his new book, he said if I have to move, it's not a problem. It could be England because it's the trend, Germany, China or the USA. I'm ready to leave. I've reached a point where playing nice football and scoring goals isn't enough. Winning titles, that's what I'm looking for. Now take into consideration as well that Diego Simeone is staying at Atletico Madrid for next season. That could have a playing it as well. But now Griezmann is saying all this, I'm pretty sure he's trying to force a move. And the Telegraph has said that Griezmann is now expected to join United. He wants it resolved in 2 to 3 weeks before he goes on his honeymoon. His release clause is apparently £86 million, and Atletico Madrid president Enrique Carrazzo has played down talks with Griezmann joining Manchester United just today. So right now we don't really know too much, but I think Griezmann, he could be a United player in the next 2 to 3 weeks, a massive signing for them. And in regards to the FIFA Ultimate Team, a high playing to Martial and Pogba. And that is going to be the end of this video, guys. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show support by leaving a like rating for more transfer videos. Again, 1,000 likes before Saturday, and I'll start it daily from then. And also in the comments below, do you want it at 8 AM or at night time? Make sure to click that subscribe button if you're new to my channel, and also next to it, there's got a notifications tab. If you press that, you get a notification every single time my video goes live. And finally, if you missed my previous video, down below in the description box. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.